Well, it's video number 3 for week 1 of Pinup Boot Camp. This one is your second truth of the week, which is, who are you? Sounds simple enough, right? I would say, hi, I'm Anastasia, but that's not who I am. Who you are comes from the soul level, whatever you want to call it. Soul level, your heart, whatever. I don't know what you call it. I know I call it a soul level. And who I am is someone who has spent a very long time getting to where I am today. And I want to be able to share that with everybody else. I think it's very important that we share knowledge, and it's not necessarily the stuff that you pick up in school. You know, it's the experiences that you have through life. And where I am now is amazing. You know, growing up, I was always told that no one would ever love me, that I was going to be a whore, and all these other, like, really hateful things that I would have never, ever said to my children. And I believed it for a long time. And then one day I just woke up and said that they're wrong. You know, I'm not those things. And so that's the person that I am now. Do I love everybody? Do I have warm, fuzzy feelings for everybody? No. And I can admit that. If I don't like somebody, then I don't like them. And I can stand my ground. Well, I don't like this person because this is the vibe I get from them. If I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong. And it takes a long time to get here. And I don't want that for whoever's watching this video. I don't want you stuck in, like, it's so hard to explain. I don't want you stuck where you think, well, I have to do this and I have to do this or nobody will love me. Because it's not true. You know, one of the questions that we got asked on this truth is, where do you see yourself in 20 years? Well, in 20 years, I'm going to be 64 years old, and there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be a grandmother. And you know what? I'm going to be a kick-ass grandma. You know, I'm going to be the tattooed one, and that's kind of, it's not upsetting. If my children decide to not have children, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I don't have baby rabies. And if that doesn't happen, when I'm 64, I'm still going to be fabulous. I may have a head full of silver hair, and I'm fine with that. You know, I mean, my grandmother had a head full of silver hair, and she was gorgeous. I loved it. And I think at that point, I will probably still be doing things like Pinup Boot Camp, helping people figure things out for themselves. One of the things that we're going to know, that we're going to figure out really quickly, is that what works for me might not work for you. And I think this program is about finding out and figuring out what does work for the person that you currently are and the person that you want to be in 20 years. You know, when I'm 64, I want to be like those very stylish French women who really don't even care what you think of them. You know, so what? And I can do that because I've spent almost 30 years going, oh my God, this person doesn't love me. Oh my God, I weigh 150 pounds. I'm so fat. No one's going to love me when I'm so fat. All that garbage that was beaten into me for years and years and years was wrong. All of it. Okay? I don't weigh 115 pounds. I don't have blonde hair. I don't have perfect skin. Obviously, I don't have a tan because it's not summertime. I'm not 6 feet tall. I don't look like a Victoria's Secret model. And you know what? I have a husband who loves me, and who loves me so much that despite all the pain in his body, he still goes out on tour for 8, 9, 10 months out of the year. I joke with him all the time about he gets paid to hang out with rock stars and travel the world. But I know his job's not that easy. And he loves me so much and wants, not necessarily to take care of me, but to make sure that I'm okay. That he goes out and beats himself up to make sure that I'm okay. And I know that he's got my back no matter what. And I think it's very important that everybody has somebody, even if it's just one person, who has your back. And so if you're sitting there and you're listening to me and you're watching all of the Pinup Boot Camp videos, and I hope you are, I hope that you realize that even if there is nobody in your day-to-day life who has your back, we do. And in 20 years, you'll be still living a sparkly life. If you're 20 and you're 40, I hope you look like me, and I hope you're living a sparkly life. Because when I'm 64, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm still going to be helping people. And I'm still going to be teaching people that it's okay to be whoever you are. As long as you're not breaking the law, I've got your back. If you go out and murder somebody, not so much. It depends on the circumstances. That's a little bit of a joke there, so don't get bent out of shape. But in 20 years, I want to be that older woman with the silver hair and the tattoos who still has your back even though you're 20 years old and you don't know who you are. I want to be the person that's standing there going, you got this, girlfriend, or you got this, son, we're all good. And that's where I see myself in 20 years. And that's who I am. I want the world to understand that it's not being the same that's the wonderful thing. That it's being different that makes you special in who you are. And I don't want you to have to go through torture internally for 30 years to get there. So, that is my second truth of the week. Took a lot to put it out there because, God knows not everybody wants to admit that in 20 years you're going to be 64. And again, leave comments, subscribe. We've got 6 weeks of this, and there's going to be a lot of videos, and there's going to be a lot of soul searching, and I hope that you will grab hold and hang on, and let's go on this ride together. So, enough preaching. Y'all go on about your daily business, do whatever it is you need to do, and I will see y'all next week. Bye, loves.